West. Welcome to the Damu Kiwe Conversations. It's Duse M's done. Everybody that's on IG, I just pinned the Twitch and YouTube is at Active Chucks. Salute to everybody that's on IG. Salute to my good people on the YouTube. We're gonna go ahead and turn these comments on. The people is coming in. Y'all see how I start early? Y'all say I be late, I start early. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful black lady. What's happening with you? Let's go ahead and let's get some music going. You know what I'm saying? Let's go like this. Snake ass Eddie boy, salute, Ghost of Bandera, what's good, gang? Spirit Wonder, West, Kid Borper. Shout out Damu Kiwe Conversations. Duse M, salute, 100. Hit that like button on our way in. They was real stingy on the like yesterday. Pink Max, salute, Duse M, salute. All the Damu Kiwe homies, man, salute to the blue rank, man. The chat is where it's at. The chat is where it's at. That like button, you know what I'm saying? King Rock Daddy, what's really bracking, my homie? All is well. For sure. Shout out to the G homie Rock Daddy. Nina 13, what's the deal? Salute. Oh man, we got the content. My nigga Degonte Cobbins, salute, bro. Let me go ahead and put this in here as a notation for those who don't know. Welcome to Damu Kiwe Conversation. Yeah, I don't know why y'all act like y'all don't know where y'all at. Oh, I gotta make sure I get this started too. Carolina Connect TV, Duse M, what up? Salute to the chat, man. Salute to the chat. The chat is where it's at. Hit that like button and share, man. Hit the like and share. Y'all ain't gonna want to miss this one. Real deep dive. You know what I'm saying? Murder mysteries. We're not finding out who's guilty or not. Niggas already pled guilty. RICO to Rodzay. Hit the like button. Let me see, do we already got that? No, we don't got that. So let me go ahead and go Active Chuck. Shout out my boy Scandalous Los Angeles TV. He drops some shit. We'll react to that shit tomorrow. Who knows? We might get into it today. You know what I'm saying? You turn that down. Hit that like button. Y'all real stingy with them likes. BP, salute to the homie who was calm down in the building. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so let me get this, go. Start the poll. We're gonna say, is Lil Rodzay working? Lil Rodzay working. We trying to figure this out. We don't even know how many people we working on. First, let's figure out if we all believe with this evidence that Lil Rodzay is working. Hit that like button, man. You know what I'm saying? ETE, salute. Edifying through entertainment. Ricky! Salute, Duse M. Salute to the Damu Kiwe fam. Hit them lights and let's go. Four righteous students, salute to you. La Monte in the chat. Yeah. Hey, listen, man. Salute, man. That's my name, man. I not no la. Nothing, right? Ed Bell, salute to y'all homies for the 318 Sweetport, Louisiana. Free the big OG. Big U, salute to you, Duse M, Zidane. He dropping that dope knowledge. Oh, man, appreciate that. We finna get into the content, though. We ain't waiting. You know what I'm saying? One monkey don't stop no show. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna get into this first. You know what I'm saying? Stay active in the chat. We definitely got that poll. We need everybody to get active and go vote on that poll. You know what I'm saying? On just what you think is going on with that. And then oh shit, all right, here we go. Boom. Rolling 60's internal murders. Let's hit that like button when you just come in. We gonna get right to the content. We know that's what y'all here for. Let me get up out y'all way. Blue Ranch
That
Mob,
Nipsey
y'all
just
regulate
was
this.
like the
Let's
front
start it
line
over.
of
That's
that.
powerful.
A lot of my homeboys died at the hands of my homeboys. That Nipsey just was like the front line of that shit. Like I done lost most of my niggas. They be like, oh, you didn't slide for this nigga. Like, you right, cause my boy killed him. You know what I mean? Like what I know, and I don't have to say no names or situations, but anybody in my section know that.
In today's video, we're going to be talking about the internal
That was
conflict
great not
in the
to
Rollin
trick.
60's. We're going to break down the murder of Rollin 60 members that lost their life in the hands of other Rollin 60 members. This has been going on for a while, but we're going to start off at 2012 and we're going to end at 2019. And even though there could be more, we're going to break down 9 people that would lose their life. But let's get right into it. We're going to start off with the murder of Stephen Johnson, who was 21, and the murder of Giovanni Thomas, who was 27. And they would be murdered at the same time on the 6300 block of Bryanhurst Avenue. The shooting happened on June 22nd of 2012 at 11:35 at night, and it's alleged that 2 people would confront them and 1 person would open fire. Giovanni Thomas would die at the scene, but Stephen Johnson would die the next day. Giovanni Thomas would go by Mudroll 2.
All right, let's fix this quick. Get back to the content.
And welcome back to this U.S. Open.
Let's get to this. So they said Giovanni Thomas
would go by Bang 3, and this right here would be Giovanni Thomas, aka Mudroll 2. The double murder would take place in the red circle, as you can see to the left, and this right here would be the location of that red circle. Police would have no suspects, but after 4 months, they would get a lead, and that lead would tell them to look for 25-year-old Tyrone Corsi, and he would be wanted in connection with a double homicide. But after a few days of searching for him, they would find him in Las Vegas. This right here would be the mugshot of Tyrone Corsi, and his hood name is S. Bourne. They would extradite him back to Los Angeles on October 9th of 2012. But for some reason right here, they would only charge him with possession of a firearm on that same exact day. As you can see to the right, it says June 22nd of 2012, which would be the day of the double homicide. But he would have to sit in the county for almost a year, and then on March 22nd of 2013, he would be acquitted of that charge. And when looking into this case, I couldn't find any other articles other than this one saying that he was wanted in connection. So we're going to move on to the next year, which would be 2013. And in that year, Charles Westby would be killed. Charles Westby would be an associate of the Rollin 60's, and he would live in the Dorset Village. And allegedly, the reason behind him being killed would be because he got into an argument with somebody named Domer, who was from the Rollin 60's, and he would pull a gun out on Domer. He would point the gun at Domer and pull the trigger, but the gun would jam. And later on that day, Domer would come back and kill him.
Now, I don't believe that I didn't get that story that he pulled a blower on Domer. What it was, he's supposed to knock Domer out. You know what I'm saying? The nigga, Lil Eddie boy. Domer called Nipsey out for the fade. This been highly reported. Y'all got it from us first when we interviewed Big U. Domer wanted the fade with Nip, said Nipsey was hating on him with his baby mama dick and pussy shit, right? That dick and pussy drama. Nip, for whatever reason, didn't want that. I mean, the other boy, Lil Eddie boy, rock with Nipsey, said he'll take the fade. And I guess he's supposed to got the best of Domer. Domer didn't take kind to it. And that's when he's supposed to knock Lil Eddie boy down. He caught him. We read the paperwork. He caught him with a 16-year-old girl. I think they were both sleeping in the car in front of the hotel or something like that. Let's get back to it, though. But I just wanted to clarify. I heard different. Who knows, man? Let's go.
Domer was eventually arrested for this, and he was also charged with the murder of Eddie Boy and Kavette Watson. But that double murder would take place on October 6th of 2008, and he was accused of killing him with T-Bone from Rollin 60'S. They would be co-defendants on the case, and we made a video about that. If you haven't checked it out, check it out after this. But now we're going to move on to the next year, which would be 2014. And in that year, somebody named Damon Jones, who was 37, would be killed on the 6800 block of 11th Avenue. This would be Damon Jones right here. His name would be Scooby. Lil Scooby would be in and out of jail so much that in 2003, an officer named Jeffrey Martin would make a report, and he would say that he rarely ever saw him in the hood because he was always in the county jail or in prison.
Baby Eddie Boy.
But even though that was the case, Lil Scooby would be one of 28 Rollin 60s that were singled out in the 2003 Rollin 60 gang injunction.
But
when he came home in 2005, it's alleged that he would get into an argument with a Rollin 60 member, and that Rollin 60 member would shoot him, but he would survive, but he would be put in a wheelchair, and he would be paralyzed from the waist down. But like we said, the shooting happened on March 27th of 2014 on the 6800 block of 11th Avenue, and it happened at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's that little Scooby was sitting outside the apartment complex on that street, which is a known Rollin 60 hangout, and somebody would approach him and talk to him for about 5 to 6 minutes. And after that conversation, somebody would pull out a firearm and open fire on him sitting in the wheelchair. No arrest would be made in this case.
Want to fold?
Everybody hit the like button. If you're just coming in, hit the like button. Back to the content.
Which would be the Nipsey situation in 2019. But we're going to keep it brief because everybody already knows the outcome that happened with that. And I know there's going to be a few comments saying that we forgot to talk about Fattz in 2017. But if you read in between the lines of this tweet that Nipsey posted, I feel like he's kind of alluding that it would be his enemy that did it. Because as you can see, he's telling people not to ask him for anything if they didn't ride out for Fattz. And if the situation was internal, I feel like Nipsey wouldn't have ran to Twitter and posted about it. But I could be wrong, who knows? But either way, I feel like we need more proof. But the last person we're going to talk about is somebody named Dominique Paul, who was 24 years old at the time that he passed away. And he would die a few months after Nip on June 20th of 2019. He would pass away 4 days after the situation, but it would happen on June 16th of 2019 at 1:15 in the morning. And him and a group of people would be sitting in the parking lot of the Marathon clothing store when him and one other person got into an argument and they decided to go into the alleyway and fight. That's when the other person that went into the alleyway with Domonique Paul would pull out a knife and hit him in the chest. This right here would be Dominique Paul, and his hood name was Infant Swanee. And the person that was arrested for stabbing him would be Lil Rodzay from the Rollin 60's. This right here would be a picture of him and Big U, and some may be familiar because he does content with 600. But this right here would be his Instagram, and as you can see, his name would be Dominique Blanton. Him and the victim would share the same exact first name, but he would be arrested exactly 1 month later on July 17th of 2019. And they would charge him with 1 count of murder. And as you can see to the right, the offense date would be June 16th of 2019. He would then sit in the county jail for a year and a half, but then on December 11th of 2020, he would take a plea deal, and he would have the murder reduced to a voluntary manslaughter. And the crazy thing is, they would only give him 3 years for that situation. And as you can see, his total credits would be 573 days.
Back that up.
And he was sentenced on December 11th.
That sound like some bullshit. Nigga get caught up on a hot one. on a nigga, a young brother, 25 years old, who called him out for the fade behind the Marathon store, right? In the alley. He goes back there and he stabs the 25-year-old boy when he's the elder, stabs him in the heart. The dude's name is Dominique. They call him Lil Dominique because the person that stabbed him, Dominique Plantone, is Lil RICO the Rat Rodzay. What a fucking piece of shit. Let's get back to
would
this.
pull out a knife and hit him in the chest. This right here would be
Let's back that up, man. Pay
clothing
attention.
store when him and one other person got into an argument and they decided to go into the alleyway and fight. That's when the other person that went into the alleyway with Dominique Paul would pull out a knife and hit him in the chest. This right here would be Dominique Paul, and his hood name was Infant Swanee. And the person that was arrested for murder reduced voluntary manslaughter. And the crazy thing is, they would only give him 3 years for that situation. And as you can see, his total credits would be 573 days. And he was sentenced on December 11th of 2020, where he would do only a year and a half pretty much. And what's even crazier is that there's rumors online saying that Lil Rodzay
for murdering his godson. Let's look at the paperwork, how the sentencing came out. Back it up a little. So, PC, he was charged with murder. They allowed him to plead out to PC 192, voluntary manslaughter. This was December 11th, 2020. He was sentenced by Mark S. Arnold. Probation denied. Confinements. Low term at a state prison. They got him for murdering a cold-blooded murder, which they dropped to a manslaughter. Then they sentenced him to a low term at state prison. 3 years. Then he gets 499 credit for time served, 499 days credited off the 3-year sentence, plus conduct credit. He was behaving. So he gets 74 days good time credit. So now you basically saying he got a total of 573 days at the time of his sentence already off of his 3-year sentence. So he's not even going to the pen for a whole
everything would happen in proximity. And as you can see, I labeled it with the years, with 2008 being Eddie Boy, 2012 being Mudroll and Bang, 2013 being Charles Westby, 2014 being Lil Scooby, and then 2019, as you can see the two at the top, would be Infant Swanee and Nip. And if you believe that Fattz was included in the internal beef, then his would be the 2017 that you see right there. And coincidentally, every single one, besides the 2014 one of Lil Scooby, would happen in that dark blue square. In that dark blue square would be the Gutter Ave clique. But that right there is going to wrap it up for this video. And I'm sending my condolences to everybody that was mentioned in this video. And may they all rest in peace. But I appreciate y'all. Comment, like, and subscribe. It's Respectable Rants.
Right, Hennessy. I want to hear what the people feel about that. When y'all hear that, and I wonder if it's similar to how I felt, I'm going to go ahead and close that out. But that's RICO the Lil Rodzay, right? Let's hear what the people say. Man, I don't know why my internet is tripping. Lil Rodzay's other handle is Baby Swanee, right? This nigga chipped infant Swanee. He won strikes for chipping 9 enemies both times. Yeah, because he also unalived Kato. Right now, I really don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi right now. It keep coming unconnected. But nah, it's mine, Nina. My bad. Y'all, everybody thinking it's them. But yeah, let's hear what y'all think about him getting 3 years with 500 and some days credit and good time for unaliving his godson. They should have let him walk. He only did treatment time. Yo, my people's in there. What's up, Quads? Only Southern Fort. Salute. Yeah, I keep freezing, man. Salute, Ghost of Bandera. You know what I'm saying? That square ain't the gutter. Kid, the motherfucking barber, he definitely in the building. Lady Face Rodzay ain't right. Listen, man, it's a lot of snake-ass creeps just like him that's out here. Enhancements, he should have got 25 plus years for a hot one, but only 3 years, that's suspect. Remember Kato? In my Tupac voice, yeah, man. It's nasty. Federal attack. It could be because they saying that Lil Dominique's father is a political activist. You know what I'm saying? All the storms. You probably have to close the extra tabs. Oh, that's probably what it is. I got all these damn tabs. Senior General Trav, salute. He said everybody hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? So let me get up over here. Oh man, I think I need all these. Apologies, man. Apologies. I just closed some more things. So hopefully 3 years for a high one is unheard of for real. Movers and shakers. Let's go. Wack got his hackers on you right now. It might be Deuce. The glitch is on you. The glitch. Wack 100 in the glitch. If y'all know, y'all know. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. They keep sending me into the jumping back on the Wi-Fi. Deuce and glitch, that shit fucking up the content. PRB lax, salute. You talk about Lil Rodzay, that's why it's freezing up. Facts, he's watching. Larry Johnson. Rico the Rat Rodzay. If that's connected, it didn't even come off unconnected this time. They on bullshit, bro. That shit starting to piss me off. Let's get to the content. How do I reset my router? I don't know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? His favorite app ain't Instagram, it's Crime Stoppers. Damn. Infant Swanee is Baby Cal's son, a.k.a. Blonde Swanee, a.k.a. Big Swanee Fly. Okay, JD, they let me know what's going on. Why? Oh, I forgot to read out loud Lil Mechanic. He said Rodzay in his feelings because he didn't get the blue carpet treatment. Let me get that back up here. When he came home from chipping his little homie. That's why he on his anti-Big U and anti-60 tip with 600 and Eddie boy. Yeah, Crackhead Eddie is definitely on anti-60, anti-Big campaign. You know what I'm saying? Don't be fooled to think otherwise. So JD was saying Infant Swanee is Baby Cal's son, a.k.a. Blind Swanee, a.k.a. Big Swanee Fly. A little confusing. Why Lil Rodzay always know who got locked up before the hood do? Damn. That's why I stay to myself. If I'm going, it's on my own term. Hey, kids, the barber, for real. Niggas talking about fade and you thinking, oh, this my brother-in-law. This is my godfather. That's my big homie. I'm gonna go ahead and run this fade with him, and the nigga stab you in the heart. Rodzay dropped a mixtape and 4 indictments in the same week. RICO the Rat, Rodzay. Salute Active Chucks just pulled up the tweakins here. We in here, champ. Salute to the tweakins here. Didn't that boy work at the TMC store? I think he was a grid worker at one point. You know what I'm saying? Jimbo, you need poison, COINTELPRO. Yeah, they trying to stop you. Yeah, unplug it and plug it back up. Oh, that's all I got to do? Kid the barber? Unplug from it for 5 seconds. They don't want Rodzay on that Summer Jam screen. So he don't freestyle. He free tell. Salute to all coming in. Make sure you hit that like button. Yeah, if it do it again, you know what I mean? If it start blinking out and doing all that again, taking me out, then I unplug it. He got more paperwork than the tax office. Well, we got to work out to Selena Belina. Seen the doc on Evil Aldog from DLB. Yeah, I seen that too. I'm out of that section, Duse M. Okay, JD, I didn't know you was from up over there. Lil Mechanic, Baby Cal, Big Swanee. I only knew Tiny Cal. See, Baby Swanee equals Lil Rodzay. Okay, Big Cal is Big Swanee. Baby Swanee is Lil Rodzay. Infant Swanee is Big Swanee's son. Okay, we got it. Miss Keita to you. Degante, go ahead and do it, Duse M. Hold on, we gonna. I told you if they make me do it one more time, if they take me off one more time, we gonna get ugly around here. I'm gonna fix the court and do what y'all tell me to do. Y'all gonna get to boss me around because I'm gonna listen. Because that was stressing me out. So you got that. Let's see if I think we got the work for that. So he unalived Dominique. What kind of a creep? Let's get into that real quick. What kind of a creep would unalive his godson? Somebody you're entrusted. You're entrusted to protect in case something happens to the parents. Like that's what a godfather or a godmother is supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? This is nasty work. For real. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into this real quick, right? This was LA Times, the homicide report. This is Lil Dominique Mignon Paul, 24. Dominique Mignon Paul, a 24-year-old black man, died Thursday, June 20th, after he was fatally stabbed in the 3400 block of West Slauson Avenue in Hyde Park, according to the LA County Coroner's records. About 1:15 in the morning on Sunday, June 16th, officers responded to a call of a loud party in the area, police said. When officers arrived, they were directed to an alley behind the shopping center and found Paul with stab wounds. Paul was taken to a hospital where he was pronounced dead on June 20th at 11:25 p.m., according to the coroner's record. Investigators believe that a group of people were hanging out in the parking lot of a Marathon clothing store when Paul got into a verbal dispute with another person. The two went into the alley and the other person stabbed him. Detectives are seeking witnesses. So this is the Crip. They go get a fade. Homies. He's so egotistical, so narcissistic. This is no major danger against his life. Niggas grow up Thunderdome and niggas grow up running fades. He was a YA baby. But he cheated the game. He went to a fist fight with a knife. He was scared to squabble Dominique in front of his homies and lose. It was his ego, so he stabbed him in the heart. Damn. Nasty work, man. Nasty. Bust a move on Lil Rodzay part. Fattz. You know what I'm saying? Saturday, terrible. Yeah, that's terrible, man. So we're going to go ahead and get to the next thing. So they got a foundation. I'm going to put this link in the chat. But I'll show it to you guys first. So Dominique Paul, condolences and peace and blessings be into his family. You know what I'm saying? Respect and all prayers to the dead. Our inspiration, this is the DP, Dominique Paul Foundation. You know what I'm saying? Let me make sure y'all can see this. Because if y'all can see it, then we could go on. Yeah, y'all can see it. So let's move this out the way. Boom. I think I need to move this motherfucker a little more over here. All right, maybe that's a little bit better. Hold on, let me see what they say. That seemed like something else. Alex Mack, what up? That's crazy, bro. Bro, that's a real snake, bro. I wonder how his godson family feels about Rodzay being home so soon. Man, that's like a slap in their face, bro. JD, Duse M, post your email. I got the info on that issue, but it's not for the online chat. All right, Ace. All right, let me see. I'm going to put my Gmail in the chat right now. And then let's see what they say. And them likes ain't like it. Get on them, Ricky. That's how they be doing the brother, even when he come with the content. You know what I'm saying? They don't respect neither homes. You know what I'm saying? They don't respect neither. But salute. So look, RICO the Rat Rodzay, Unalived, his godson. So this is the inspiration of his spirit has been formed into a foundation. The Dominique Paul Foundation, his godson, with the sunset of August 24th, 1994. This kid was 16 years younger than me. Rodzay is older than me. It's crazy. Dominique Mignon Paul began his life in Los Angeles, California. He was born to proud parents. His mother's only child. Yet the baby of the family, Dominique held a special edition beside his older brothers. Dominique accepted Jesus Christ at an early age and frequently attended the Church of the Harvest in Inglewood, California, as well as the Greater Ebenezer Missionary Baptist Church. He embraced his faith in Christ as his Lord and Savior with seeds planted from both his grandmothers. Dominique would regularly attend church alone. Dominique began his early education with private schools such as Marie Fagan, West Angeles Christian School, St. Paul's Catholic School, and St. Eugene's Catholic School. His special relationship with his auntie led him to Westchester High, where he met his eternal love in the 9th grade. Dominique went on to complete his schooling at Long Beach City Adult School. He furthered his educational training as he began an active firefighter with the Los Angeles County Fire Department, all while becoming certified in forklifting and construction. Dominique had an infectious smile, and with his dazzling puppy dog eyes, he was a true charmer. He loved being in the company of his family and friends, affectionately known as Domo. He was a jokester, loved laughing and making others laugh. He was a protector of everything he loved and everything he had. Dominique enjoyed partying, listening to music, and hanging with his brothers, family, and friends. He was very active in all sports, playing football, basketball, and baseball. But his all-time favorite was boxing, where he trained at Sugar Shane Mosley's Boxing Club. Dominique will forever remain in our hearts until we meet again. Read Dominique's letters. So you can read the letters. They got online courses for anger management, K8 educational tools. You know what I'm saying? So they got all of this different stuff on here. And then you can volunteer your time. You can help them in fundraising to transform the community, create a positive change. His life didn't go in vain. They're trying to utilize that to inspire change. You know what I'm saying? Dominique letter. Let's get into this, because you just hear a name, you just hear an area, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people just it kind of takes away from the humanity of the person that is, you know what I'm saying? I sent you the message to your email, bro. All right, good look. Stand on it, media. Duse M, the Don. Rest easy, Dominique. My brother Rodzay came home and wanted his position back in the grid program. Big U wouldn't do it because grew up with Big Swanee and their kids grew up together and whites were friends. Right. That's a fact. Yeah, Big U, it would have been a slap in the face, just like that 3-year sentence that the justice system gave him. That's crazy. The content is free, but respect the man's work ethic and get them likes up, man. Tell him again. His ad-libs be like, I saw everything, officer. You know what I'm saying? Southern Force. That explains that. He didn't want them real hands put on him. Oh, he would have squabbled down Rodzay's scary ass. Yeah, Rodzay's scary, man. He did some whole shit. Rodzay thought NDA stood for need that attention. Y'all crazy. His rap name stand for low integrity lurker. Reporting on demand. Zesty and yelling. RICO the rat gay. RICO the rat gay. But enough about his bitch ass. We could get back to him in a minute. I want to take a moment to really focus on the humanity of who this dude Dominique was. Father God, I thank you for this day and more to come. I thank you for all that you've given me and for what you have in store for me. You are the Most High. I give you all my praise. Continue blessings me, Lord. Continue blessing me, Lord, for I am grateful. Give me the strength, endurance, and patience on this journey. Bless me with a peace of mind. keep me from all negativity, man. He did that in February 19, 2019. I think he was unalived that year or 2020. This is crazy. So then you got this other one. Today is Sunday, February 17th. So this was 2 days before 2019. I just want to thank God for blessing me with another chance. I'd be a fool if I don't take this opportunity and do something great with it. I'm still not sure what I want to do as far as a career. That's why I asked God to make my visions clear. What's my purpose in life? I know I'm destined to be great. Put in what? But in what? Show me the way, Lord. Sometimes I have problems understanding, comprehending, communicating, and expressing myself. Help me with those things, Father. I want to be a provider to the people I love, a giver to those in need. I want to be a helping hand, a shoulder to lean on. But how can I do those things that I can't do for myself? Help me better myself. I want better. Hey, man, Domonique, what a message, man. Rest in peace to Lil Domonique, man. I was very indicative of where he was at mentally, who he was as a person. You know what I'm saying? That's what RICO the Rat Rodzay took away like a coward because of a fade. You know what I'm saying? Straight coward. Hit them like buttons, man. We got the content. You know. So RICO the Rat Rodzay went to YA. I don't even remember what he went to YA for. But what I do know is that we gonna get into this we gonna get into the content. You know what I'm saying? So here's a lawsuit against RICO the Rat Rodzay. You know what I'm saying? Let me make sure y'all can see this, right? So let me get back to y'all. Mike. Hey, so I'm finna hit that router thing right now and get back to the content so we don't get no more interruptions. He got a feature on every case file but no album. His whole discography is just leaked DMs. Hi, Stand On It Media. RICO the Rat Rodzay, Northside, Fontana, California, Northside, 400. What up, Duse M? Salute. You know what I'm saying? Salute, salute. Lil Rodzay showed up to court with a chains beat. Man, that's crazy. May he rest easy with the Father. I wonder how Eddie Boy feels comfortable running around with Rodzay knowing that infant Swanee is Swanee's son. Eddie Boy ran with Swanee before he got his time. He's another snake. Both of them dudes is creeps. Do not play with them dudes. They are dangerous. And I feel the threat already. So I'm not playing with them dudes. If he could do that to his godson, imagine how much he values your life. And these people made sure he got out after both unaliveds. After unaliving Kato. You know what I'm saying? Rodzay went to YA for killing Kato. Yeah. So he went to YA. That's what he went to YA for, was for the Kato murder. So this man Rodzay scary, bruh. Man, you know what I'm saying? So let me get into some of this paperwork. It's a lawsuit for wrongful death lawsuit. So it's Dominique Paul, an individual, Tumani Haskins, an individual, the plaintiffs versus Slauson and Crenshaw Ventures, LLC, a California limited liability company, and Dominique Blanton, individual, and John Doe's 1 through 100 inclusive. Dominique Blanton is RICO the Rat Rodzay. So it goes into all of this stuff. Dante Paul is the father decedent. Dominique Paul, so Dominique's father, Dante Paul. The other plaintiff, Tumani Haskins, is the mother of Lil Dominique. You know what I'm saying? And they are informed and believe and based is and at all times mentioned herein was a limited liability company organized and existed under the laws of the state of California. Plaintiffs do not concede that Slauson has respected or maintained formalities consistent with California law regarding its operation as an LLC sufficient to maintain entity separateness and member limited liability, and plaintiffs hereby reserve their right to pursue alter ego relief and or pierce the corporate veil based on discovered evidence or evidence to be developed after reasonable inquiry. Plaintiffs are further informed and believe and based thereon allege that Slauson at all times relevant hereto owned, operated, controlled, maintained, and or leased the real property commonly known as 3420 West Slauson Avenue, LA, California, 90043, the property. Plaintiffs are informed and believe and based thereon allege that defendant Dominique Blanton, RICO the Rat Rodzay, is an individual and at all times relevant hereto was a resident of the county of Los Angeles, California. So, RICO the Rat is a resident of California of LA. The full extent of the facts linking the fictitiously designated defendants with the within causes of action are currently unknown to the plaintiffs, and the true names and or capacities, whether individual, plural, corporation, partnership, association, or otherwise, of defendants Doe 1 through 100 are unknown to plaintiffs. Therefore, plaintiffs sue said defendants by such fictitious names. At all times herein mentioned, each defendant was the agent, servant, employee, and or joint venture of each and all of the other defendants, was acting within the course and scope of said agency, servitude, employment, and or joint venture, and ratified the conduct of each other defendant. If any defendant herein is a corporation, partnership, association, or public entity, plaintiffs allege that an officer, director, managing agent, partner, or employee of said entity acted and or failed to act as an alleged this complaint and or ratified the conduct of other defendants alleged in the complaint. Although plaintiffs allege that each defendant acted within the course and scope of their agency, authority, or employment, plaintiffs allege further that each defendant, while so acting, knew their conduct to be wrongful, but yet continued to act, thus exposing each defendant to personal liability, even though said woeful conduct may have been within the scope of their agency, authority, or employment. The true names of defendants sued, as those are unknown to plaintiffs. Plaintiffs are informed and believe and based thereon allege that each of the defendants designated herein as a Doe is negligently, wantonly, recklessly, tortuously, unlawfully, and otherwise legally responsible in some manner for the events and happenings herein referred to as negligently, wantonly, recklessly, tortuously, unlawfully, and otherwise legally and proximately cause injury and damages to plaintiffs as herein alleged. Plaintiffs will hereafter seek leave of court to amend this complaint to show the true names and capacities of defendants after the same have been ascertained. Background. Plaintiffs are informed and believe and based thereon allege that at all times herein mentioned, defendants Slauson and Does 1 through 100 inclusive, own, operated, possess, maintain, supervise, manage, lease, and or otherwise controlled the property since they took title and became the owners of the property on or about January 17, 2019. Before defendants Slauson and Does 1 through 100 owned the property, the city of Los Angeles, including the LAPD, declared the property a public nuisance. So, LAPD and the city of LA had declared that shopping center property a nuisance. On or about October 1st, 2018, the city of Los Angeles, by and through city attorney Nancy C. Hagen, sent the letter to the prior owners of the property advising that the LAPD had identified your property located at 3420 West Slauson Avenue, Los Angeles, California, 90043, the property, as having gang activity associated with it. More specifically, your property is known as a gang hangout for the Rollin 60'S criminal street gang and has been the site of many violent and or unlawful incidents, including, without limitations, attempted murder, shootings, robberies, batteries, and unlawful firearm possessions. As such, citywide nuisance abatement program is seeking to ensure that the unlawful incidents are eliminated at the property. California Civil Code Section 3479 defines a nuisance as anything which is injurious to health or is indecent or offensive to the senses or an obstruction of the free use of property so as to interfere with the comfortable enjoyment of life or property. A public nuisance is one which affects at the same time an entire community or neighborhood or any considerable number of persons. Cal Civic Code subsection 3480. Civil Code subsection 3494 provides that a nuisance may be abated by the city attorney. The criminal activity occurring at your property constitutes a nuisance under, without limitation, the aforementioned statute. Are we cooking? So this is the whole argument is based on this property. It's a civil suit for wrongful death based on the Unalived and the Lil Domonique on this property, a property which had already been defined as a civil nuisance, right? And under the citywide nuisance abatement program, they were supposed to already been cleaned that up. You know what I'm saying? Now, one of the 600 run with these clowns, Eddie Boy and Rodzay, Goofies and Flocks. Was Kato killed in the 90s sometime? Yeah. I think it was like a carjacking or something like that. Let's get the likes up, family. Who is this Rodzay? RICO the Rat Rod Gay. If you in the bushes and you be standing on business, hit that like button for it. Keep it active, G. It's Photo Up TV. Salute Willie Ramirez. What up, what up? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, this is some nasty work. But while they talk about all of these John Does in the LLC, there's one name that they clearly sued, and that was RICO the Rat Rodzay, Dominique Paul. Check this, my guy. You or no one can at no time put no smoke on Rodzay. Speak on the real snake, and who's this clown speaking on Rodzay on this internet shit? Oh, we can't speak on putting no smoke on Rodzay? What you mean smoke? What that mean? You want me to talk about how he got knocked out at the Slauson swap meet and pissed on himself? Nigga, you gonna tell me what I could talk about when I'm telling you that bitch ass nigga, at least he had a little courage more than a Crip cop, acted extra out, got up in that Slauson swap meet and got knocked the fuck out and pissed on himself. His homie had to pick him up out of a puddle of piss, nigga, in the Slauson. He knocked out, laid in his piss, nigga. Fuck you gonna tell me about them? And then paperwork don't lie. What do you mean? RICO the Rat, Rodzay, Eddie Grow, and Rodzay. So look, basically, we're gonna cut this one short. So basically, they don't really say nobody else's name, but there's this issue at this property, and they're suing them because this paragraph here, plaintiffs are informed and believe, this is on page 5, and based thereon alleged that on June 16, 2019, with several gang members present at the property. Plaintiffs are informed further that while Decedent was lawfully on the property, Decedent was called out or targeted by the gang member for reason. He just looked a certain way because of bad luck or because he was a 25-year-old male, or likely because of Decedent's father's anti-gang activities and stature in the community. A face-to-face discussion involving Decedent and others took place. During the course of the discussion, one of the gang members, defendant Blanton, caused the discussion to escalate into a dispute. After some moments, Blanton took out a knife and stabbed Decedent in the heart. Decedent was unharmed. Decedent was unarmed. Decedent was rushed to California Hospital and pronounced dead on June 20th, 2019. So they're suing for the wrongful death, and those are some of the terms on it. Any of the YouTubers want that, DM me on at Active Chucks on IG with your email, and I'll send you that if you want to read all the way all through it. But he said we can't put no smoke on, not only did he unalive his own godson on RICO the Rat Rodzay, hey, you just sit on down there. See, niggas like you would always like to point the finger at the messenger, but you don't. It's not that you actually got a problem with the message. You want to believe in your mind that this dude, because he was known for unaliving his own people, Kato, Tupac was claiming 40s around that time. Unalive Kato, unalive Lil Dominique, no rival gangbangers. He wasn't turning up his only history of gang violence on the streets. He got knocked down by the brims, nigga, in the Slauson swap meet and pissed on himself. You know what I'm saying? So now, you said we can't put no smut on him. You're right. We don't have to. He smutted his own self, nigga. You see that Alfred Hitchcock silhouette on that thumbnail? That's for RICO the Rat Rodzay, nigga. That nigga be on his own YouTube narrating murder investigations, implicating niggas like Big U in murders. You don't believe me? What a nigga smut.
Ever wondered what your home looks like from space? Enter your address and get a 360-degree satellite view of your home.
So where did we leave off? Oh, I get it. We left off where both the Fattz had rolled up into that alley and slammed Big U against that wall. That melee had everybody calling in, trying to reconcile it. That's why the meeting was called that Money Mike Shop. But both the Fattz was still mad. So when he came through that door, he turned up on Big U. Come on out here, let's get this in. He turned that down like his collar. Dead homies. Big U didn't want nothing to do with this dude. Strong as an ox, short, pudgy, with a knockout, center gravity. Couldn't see Nip. How the hell was he gonna see both the Fattz? Dead homies. But the situation was something that he never could forgive.
Smoked out TV news.
We
Salute.
know this. Everything the marathon members did from that point on, it seemed like, or let's say allegedly, they tried to undermine it. Flocking they stuff, small break-ins, vandalism. They tried everything. But how do you get in the mix with somebody that don't need you? How do you get in the mix with somebody that's already balling? I think Nip was worth about like 4 million, 5 million at the time. So he wasn't entertaining no conversations from the opposition, especially from Big U. So how do you break the ice? You come with a deal they can't refuse. This is around the time Big U was coming across all that weed. Allegedly sent the dude over there with an offer that both the Fattz couldn't refuse. It was nearly for free. The whole time, it was just to see the inner workings of what they had going on. To see their weaknesses, their strengths and their weaknesses. You know, like scoping a bank. They had security at the door. So they was a little bit more comfortable and laid back. But now, you making these offers that a brother can't refuse? Man, give it here. Selling it to me for the low when I already got my own motion. Man, run that. That was the beginning of the end for both the Fattz. Because now this dude was able to dictate his movement and get up in his face under the guise of business partners of a barter system. So they did a couple of little plays. He copped a little bit from him for the low here and there until this one mysterious day, he get a call. I got some more flight, bro. Come outside.
Here's a 30-second bedtime ritual you can do to awaken your pineal gland. Did you know that your pineal gland's inability to connect?
Man, they had security, so
Oh, my bad. It didn't start back over. Damn. Maybe it's the whole damn thing again.
man, they had security, so both the Fattz in there in flip-flops and shorts.
in flip-flops and shorts. Oh, I see what's going on. They not gonna let me go back there.
Marathon shirt. He comfy. Like chestnuts roasting over an open fire. He come outside in flip-flops. Looking both ways, looking for this dude. Like, where he at? He said he right here on the corner of West Boulevard and 59th. Dude's still on the phone with him. Oh, you gotta walk to the corner. I'm right here on the corner. I parked over here. Dead homies. By the time he made it to that corner, he was ambushed. And that dude was the last one seen rolling off. Allegedly. Asked the trenches though. Man, the whole city was crying. Marathon members showed up. The block showed up. You know I'm showing up. Come on. For y'all that didn't know, my cousin Big bought the house. Rest in peace. Both the Fattz is named after my cousin, so I got a vested interest in this dude. Of course I'm pulling up. Sam must have seen the last interaction with the dude on that video camera. And you know how that go. Dudes always want to return to the scene and see what's going on. He didn't know that Sam already looked at the camera and seen his car was the last one on the scene. Police was out there in huge numbers. The body still had the sheet on it. But we done dragged this dude around the corner to this alley. Oh, man. Took him behind the shed. The guys got so tired. Fists so wore out and swollen. They began putting elbows and knees on him. Dead homies. Y'all wanted the real
Play by
huh?
play.
Can y'all handle the truth? Man, this guy's phone fell out of his pocket in the middle of getting his butt throttled. And had the audacity to ask for his phone back in the middle of the throttle. Like Nip said, that's how I knew. That's how I knew. Come on. Y'all don't believe me? How about when Brick was arguing with Cowboy? Brick was inside the car with a straw hat on. I think it was something like a Memorial Day hat. Straw hat.
Reflection, don't trust him.
He was arguing with Cowboy. Y'all remember that? Where he say, hey, you know better than to talk on that situation because you know that's serious business. Y'all remember that? At the end of that video, Brick said, don't tell him about the both the Fattz situation because Cowboy will tell on that. Come on, man. Idiots
Mo,
speaking
what
on
it
cold
do?
cases.
He
I'm just
says
here to
this all the
elaborate.
while narrating the cold case.
Part 2 next.
Story title telling, nigga. This is what's going on in 2025. This is why niggas be like, man, I'm not fucking with these niggas. These niggas, this is why you niggas bitches be treating y'all like they treat y'all. You know what I'm saying? This nigga, and then where the dude go? Where your bitch at? Where old boy go? That was in here talking about we ain't got no smoke for Rodzay and nothing. So what? He got knocked into a puddle of piss. Well, not knocked into it, got knocked out and then made a puddle of piss. You know what I'm saying? PP, boy. You got potty. Nigga ain't even potty trained talking about he on some gangster shit. But he unalive his own fucking godson. This is what I'm talking about. Cowards. You know what I'm saying? What the homie Mike say? Mike B say, so you telling me he was doing all that telling and lie snitching because he was mad he didn't get his grid job back. Say it ain't so, Rod Gay. Story tattletale ass nigga, man. The black Alfred Hitchcock, nigga. He be around billionaires but still borrow Wi-Fi from Starbucks. Dang, he telling if it was a piece of lint on the motherfucker. Rodzay got left off a group track he paid to mix. Man, that nigga. Listen, he got off on the murder 3 years. He knows where Hoff is at. Super Chats better dollar Cashmere McFuckboy Jones still CS2 backdoor. That whack boy while Rosie go fight telling. Go fight telling. Oh, Goofy X telling. Yeah, it's nasty. I understand why everybody gotta go, but why have to beat my nigga Kato? That shit still banging. He telling this story in the dark too. I bet he be in the dark, man. I told you. That's why you got the Alfred Hitchcock silhouette, nigga. And he on both sides of it. The thumbnail was symbolic. The only bars he's known for are on court transcripts. When your girl treats you like her girlfriend, it's a problem, champ. He left. It was Rod Gay. Oh, yeah, he left. Lieutenant Rodzay, Cold Case Division. Man, that nigga was talking about, yeah, that nigga giving up trans. Nigga, you talking about a cold case right now. And you mad and alleging somebody else is doing it. We know you're doing it. We don't know if you're telling the truth or got nothing to quantify that what you're saying is the truth about somebody else, but we know you doing it. We just heard you in the dark. In the dark, his chain fake, but the affidavit's real. Damn, that's crazy. Hit that like button. Damn, it's Southern Fort. Rodzay got studio access, but no credentials, just gossip and gumption. Stand on the media. These dudes do all that tough shit just to end up turning into hoes. Man, that's a fact. Baby E, that nigga implicated Big U and his own homies Nip. Should have listened to his brother Sam and got away from them niggas. Larry Jameson, Big U beat up Rodzay. That's why he don't like him snitching on Big U. See, I didn't even know Big U put hands on that nigga. His rap career started stayed that way. In the dark, hey, in the dark. That shit is nasty. Let me see what they say. Man, this coward, this snake, this degenerate piece of shit, Rico the Rat Rod Gay. We're going to talk about him, Unalived, and Kato. Let's go, man.
Whack 100, man.
Step into Wix Studio, the platform for agencies and enterprises.
Damu Kiwe
Kick off
Conversation. Let's go.
And exposes the situation, what went down with Kato. The dude Tupac always mentioned, in his songs, rest in peace, Kato, mental illness, and pretty much, Wack 100 explains that the same dude who would actually kill Kato is Rodzay, who is the same dude that's actually exposing Big U having something to do with the situation with Fattz, Nipsey Hussle, Rodzay, he's the same dude who actually, Wack says, caught the manslaughter case on Big Kato, IVC Crip, who was, part of Thug Life, part of that crew, Big Sykes homeboy. And, Tupac always mentioned him. Nobody really knew what happened to him except he had passed away. He got killed. Now, Wack 100 explains that it was Rodzay from the Rollin 60'S, who's actually the person who did that and did time for it as a manslaughter case. But this is what Wack said, y'all. Check it out.
It sounds like, you know what I mean? He's not saying
that nigga don't want no problem with Rodzay. No, that's the reason.
Nah, we flaming this bitch.
He don't want no, listen. You notice when they told Big U, when he was in that room, it's a nigga in Wack room named Lil Rodzay saying this, that, and the other. That nigga say, I ain't got no problem with Rodzay. I don't know why. He didn't say nothing about Rodzay is this, he ain't that, he's a bitch. Because once again, they know what Rodzay do. You remember him in Rodzay? I don't have no problem with Rodzay. Rodzay don't have no problem with me.
That was an interview.
I don't know what's going on with all of these dudes, but I'm gonna problem with Rodzay. I don't know nothing bad about Rodzay. I can't say nothing bad about Rodzay. He ain't that, he's a bitch. Because once again, they know what Rodzay do. You remember when Pac Man Kato got killed? Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Rodzay, the nigga killed him.
Hey, listen, you entitled to your position, brother.
Rodzay?
In your opinion, I beg to differ.
They know what Rodzay do. They know what Loose Cannon do. They know what I do. Certain niggas do this. They know he not finna go playing with Rodzay. Rodzay went to the penitentiary. Nigga caught a manslaughter for killing Kato. Why they take my man Kato? Tell me, Lord, why you take Big Kato? So confused now. Why they take my man Kato? Rodzay the one laid that nigga down.
Let me play context of who he is. Let me play a little bit of this clip. Because before we move on from this story, I just kind of want to give everybody full context, right?
All right, y'all, man. Let me know what y'all think, man, about Wack 100 exposing Rodzay, the dude from the Rollin 60'S who actually gunned down Big Kato from Imperial Village Crip. This was Tupac's homie, Big Sykes homie. Y'all know Tupac mentioned him on many songs, especially after he passed away, him and mental illness. Tupac always says, this is for Kato, this is for mental. And he was a Crip. And, Tupac had a lot of love for him. But Wack 100, man, actually, the first person to actually expose the situation behind Kato, how he passed away. A lot of people did know. They just know he was a Crip from IVC who was close to Pac, but now Wack is saying it was actually Rodzay, the same dude who's actually going in on Big U. Now, Big U, after hearing Rodzay speak on him, Big U really didn't say nothing about Rodzay. He just said, I ain't got a problem with Rodzay. I ain't got nothing bad to say about Rodzay. Mind you, Rodzay is the same dude that's exposing Big U, saying he had something to do with Fattz getting killed. He had something to do with Nipsey's situation. So after hearing all that, you would assume Big U would say something back, but he didn't. He was actually only said that Rodzay, he ain't got nothing bad to say about Rodzay. Maybe he feels like Rodzay is a real one from the Rollin 60'S, and he can't say nothing bad about him.
Right
so
there,
finally, man, Kato, rest in peace, Tupac's close road dog, Big Sykes homie from the same hood. Wack 100 finally, exposes that situation, what really happened. It was a manslaughter case. Big Syke had said on a song, I believe, or interview, how they wanted his rims. And Rodzay was 14 years old at the time. And, I guess Big Kato didn't want to Dayton on his ribs. And, I guess that's what happened. But, Mo Preem actually spoke on that situation, how it was a 14-year-old kid who actually was behind that, I guess, which is Rodzay.
When we moved to Los Angeles, we connected with people that we had, been put in contact with, close friends and allies of the family. My man, Big Surge. And Surge was best friends with Big Psych. Big Psych was best friends with Big Kato. And, in the street, in the hood, there's a lot of lovable characters, and Kato was one of them, and Pop fell in love with him, and they got to hang out, they got close. A little hip-hop trivia. In the video, Gotta Get Mine with MC Breed and Pop, it's Psych, Pop, and Kato in that video. That's like one of the only videos he appeared in. Got to appear in before he was murdered by a 14-year-old kid for a lowrider. And
all right, y'all. Let me know what y'all think, man. So first, we know from Mo Preem's interview, he only said he was a 14-year-old dude. But now WAC 100 explains what really went down, who the person is, and that's Rodzay, the same dude going in on Big U. And funny enough, Big U never had nothing bad to say about this dude, even though he called him out of his name. Either way, y'all, let me know what y'all think about this information, man. Tupac's homie, Kato, rest in peace. Also, Big Psych, Top Media TV. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Peace.
Good morning. Can you tell me your name, please?
Salute to Top Media
and
TV,
tell me, Miss
man.
Christina, what would a
I
new
see how they use our little, y'all use our little clip with the interview from Big U. We use y'all little clip with RICO, the Rat Rod Gang. Salute to Top Media TV, man. One hand washes the other. So then we got one more video, but before we get to that video, I think it's a video. I wanted to show y'all this paperwork. This case is kind of unique. It's about the ACCA, the Armed Career Criminal Act, which is a 15-year mandatory minimum. You see United States of America plaintiff and appellant versus Dominique Charles Blanton. So Lil Rodzay, you see his name. He Rodzay, Duke, and Tiny Zay. And it's about the gun case. He ended up going possession of a firearm and ammunition. And we got that work. We'll read that and just drop that as a regular so people can hear it. Matter of fact, I try to get AI to read it, so I ain't got to read that whole shit. But hit that like button. Rodzay hiding in Downey. That's where he at. He know the feds are listening. That's why every time you get into it, somebody always asks where they from and they hood name right. Have you hit the like button? Get that in. Tell them, Selena. Bolina. So that's we gonna read that. Y'all be able to get that. Look for that. Put that out as some more content. Yeah, we got that one. And that was pretty much it. I think we had, that was it. The Armed Career Criminal Act. Yeah, so we could just go over that by itself. We gonna watch this scandalous video and then we gonna be done, man. Shout out to my boy Scando. Always on the motherfucking Vandal. Y'all know he be flaming niggas up, right? All right, here we go. So we finna get into this right now. I hope y'all enjoy it. Active in the chat. The chat's where it's at.
To intimidate victim 1, defendant Henley told victim 1 that Henley had seen Whack 100 with his wife and daughter and said, there's 50 to 20s with us. Hoodies tied down. I got my hoodie on, all black, tied down. She like, boom, she jumped in the car, paid for blah, blah, then took off. Boom, this screaming, my wife, Charles, I see you, Eugene. I see you, Eugene Henley, I see you. He's screaming all that. He got his blower. He got his blower out, but he's fucked up because nobody's around him. We like, bitch ass. I'm like, yeah. He like, yo, you want to die here, man? Don't do this. My wife, my kids. Draws. Don't do this. He's screaming.
Welcome back to Scandalous Los Angeles TV, where we expose the exposers. In this episode, we're circling back to revisit some of CS2 Badges' lies. I know some of you thought we'd let this one slide, but no, we're not letting anything slide. We're here to nitpick every little contradiction Porky makes, just to show how deep the deception really goes. You heard what DJ Academic said at the beginning. He was reading straight from the paperwork, connected to Big U's wiretap. Big U was detailing what really went down that night at the Novo, when they ran into Porky in the parking lot. And you heard it clear as day. Whack crying, pleading, talking about his wife and kids being inside the building. But after that, Porky jumped on No Jumper, sat across from Traplore Ross, and tried to spin a whole different story. He even attempted to bully Ross for something Ross said about what was in the paperwork. Of course, Porky Chops had to change up the narrative. That's what people do when the paperwork doesn't match the persona. So here's what we're going to do today. First, we'll let you hear Porky's version of events. His so-called military operation. His heroic fantasy. Then we're going to let you hear him tell on himself, straight from his own mouth on Clubhouse, where his story sounds nothing like what he told Traplore Ross. Once again, the lies unravel themselves. Let's get into it.
You know I'm allowing you to question me right now, right?
Appreciate it.
Because you did some punk shit the other day. See, the only difference is you usually do what you did the other day sitting over there in London somewhere, right? And you're not here, right? It's a lot of places you can't go. You send Adam something as if it was a clip of something I did I wasn't supposed to do.
No, he sent me a screenshot of a page from the indictment.
Okay, that's cool.
Where Big U was recorded on a wiretap, basically saying that he punked you out with a whole bunch of people, and it had a quote that he attributed to you, but it wasn't an actual video or recording. This was Big U's version of events.
Hold on. You're the receiver. So since you read everything, right? Tread lightly with this. Tread lightly with this. Because I've been telling myself for the last couple minutes not to really do nothing to you, Stop the cap. Because I know what you was trying to do.
Okay.
So since you so thorough, did you read what Big U said he did to me? No,
yeah,
either you gonna play smart or dumb. Did you read
never
it?
blow.
Yes. Can I say one thing?
What did you
can I
find
say one thing in my
there
defense first?
That's the bullshit and the real shit.
But can I say one thing in my defense
I
first?
just want to know what you read.
I feel like stuff that Adam said that he put source on top of. I just sent him an image of the indictment and said, "Have you seen this?" You went in the room and you said a bunch of stuff.
No, you said in that page.
Added on.
You said in that page. So I'm asking you, you're just gonna let me know where you at with me.
Wherever the road takes you, Chevy is ready to drive you forward with pure power unleashed.
And don't forget, Porky's doing all of this to trap Law Ross, while fully knowing he's about to sit there and feed him a complete lie. Keep that in mind as we listen.
Did you read that, and did you use your brain to understand why and why not? So I'm a dude that just violated Big U like no other human being, right? Violated him.
For sure.
2-3 years, right?
That's such a claim to fame now that Big U is like the ultimate bad guy of LA.
No.
Him being able to say that he violated is like him saying he went up against Al Capone.
No.
To tell the tale.
No, you got to remember, I don't see Big U the way y'all see Big U.
On Gilly and Wallow's show, Porky openly said he picked Big U as the biggest Crip of all time. He said he chose Big U over Crip founders Raymond Washington and Tookie Williams. He sat there listing off all of Big U's accolades, giving him all his flowers. But then, Porky gets on No Jumper and suddenly says, I don't see Big U the way everybody else does. See how that works? This is just Porky trying to position himself like he's above everybody else, like he's on some level of insight or authority that the rest of us don't have.
I know.
Big U sat on my couch with his head down, scared straight in situations where he needed our help at,
And did y'all catch that? Porky just said, where he needed our help. Not my help. Our help. Why is that? Because once again, Porky is inserting himself into something that had nothing to do with him. He's trying to make it sound like Big U was running to him and his imaginary team for help. But let's ask Porky the real question. Who exactly is our? Why won't you just say he needed your help? Who is this so-called group you're speaking for?
Okay, man.
Because it sounds like you're trying to create this illusion, like there's some big collective of people Big U was leaning on, when really, it's just you talking to yourself, trying to look more important than you are. That's the game. Inflate the story. Inflate yourself. But we see right through it.
I don't see him that way. A motherfucker who I had to pay rent and help take care of his family.
Let's talk about another one of Porky's lies. Big U owned multiple homes. So how in the world could CS2 Badges be out here, claiming he paid Big U's rent? If you helped him with anything at all, it would have been to help with a mortgage payment, not rent. That's just common sense. But here's what's even funnier. Notice how Porky and Lucy both lean on this same tired talking point. Oh, we gave him some money. We helped pay his rent. Like that's some badge of honor. If someone is really your friend, and they fall on hard times, isn't helping them out what you're supposed to do? If a man hits a rough patch, and you slide him some money, that's not a flex. That's just being a decent human being. But these dudes turn it into a talking point, a power play. I'm not scared of him. I don't see him the way y'all see him because I helped him one time with some money. Are you kidding me? And don't forget, all of this is built on a lie anyway. Everything Porky's saying is just to distract you from the real truth. He was in that parking lot that night, screaming for his life. That's the reality he's trying to rewrite.
Who then sat on my couch and said, help me? I don't see that dude as that, right? But if you read that, right, it says, we was 15, 20 deep, right? And we caught him. And he was by himself, right? You do know I jumped out on them. You do know I wasn't walking. I'm in a car with 800 horsepower in it, right? I'm very capable of whatever, right? You do know my homeboys was adjacent to them.
The black
that they had no idea they was there, right?
The Henny Man.
Right?
That's new information.
You do understand that, right?
Yo, I'm here.
He's
Big
screaming.
This is my fault.
Big Ack, how you living? Oh my God.
Now
he's
we
in
got
here with a
Mount
360
Pod
kick.
Boy right here, bro.
Hello,
We set you in the
Shay.
middle.
How you doing? First time meeting.
Come on.
IRL.
Hold on. We got to get to this right here.
He's trying to pack out Trapper right now.
Right now.
I'm
Yeah, we need a judge. We need someone to litigate this situation.
No, hold on. Watch this.
I'm glad I'm here at ground zero, man. This for all the indictments.
Watch this. So let me give it to you, right?
Smell like police donuts up in here, man. I brought my badge too. I said this the Avengers. They got me. They got Adam. They got
Mount Podmore.
Did you hear what he said? I brought my badge too. Academics been knew. He dropped the lug. Nobody caught that. This was before Wack got caught with the badge. This nigga knew Wack. He knew Wack was the police.
Someone to litigate the situation.
No, hold on. Watch this.
I'm glad I'm here at ground zero, man. This where all the indictments.
Watch this. So let me give it to you, right?
Smell like police donuts up in here, man. I brought my badge too. Bro, my badge too. I said this the Fed Avengers. They got me. They got Adam. They got Vlad.
Mount Podmore.
Shout out to the new recruit, Remo.
He the undercover.
So listen,
the worst undercover ever.
Hold on, let's get back to it.
They said the undercover had a stutter.
Oh, the undercover had a stutter?
Actually, no, won't you read it?
Look, I just feel like I will read it. I'll read it. I'll read it. Can I say something before I read it? Because it's very important.
I want you to read it.
All right, I'll read it.
I want to see how smart you are.
And then I'll give what I thought of it, and then I'm going to repeat what Adam said about it.
I want a dramatic reading.
You spun it crazy.
I want you to read it dramatically.
Hey, Third, y'all out there?
Yo, before y'all get to that,
I'm gonna expose something that I never exposed.
Yo,
oh wow, okay.
I'm so glad you're my friend because all your ops just go to jail, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. All your ops, every nigga don't like you, they going down in the ball of flame, man.
I'm a legal guy.
Wax my friend. I'm telling you.
Go ahead, read it.
I'm
on him for doing this weird shit. Go ahead.
Henley recounted to victim one, and then this is on a wiretap, right? So bear in mind, this is very important. This is Big U bragging about doing this on a wiretap to somebody else.
On the phone.
Not knowing that he's being listened to, right?
Read it.
Henley recounted to victim one an incident in which Henley and Rollin 60'S gang members chased down Wack 100.
At this point, it's almost normal. We should all be used to it by now. Seeing CS2 badge's name pop up in somebody else's paperwork shouldn't even surprise anybody anymore. Once again, this man's name is showing up in paperwork, and somehow it never matters. But here's where it gets ridiculous. CS2 back wants us to believe that the feds have wiretaps of Big U saying all this happened to him. And yet, magically, they never went to CS2 back to ask him about it. He wants us to think his name just landed in that paperwork, out of nowhere, and he had no clue about anything. Then look at what he said on Clubhouse. He told Tiny Drawls that your uncle, Big Drawls, got Drew down on. We all know the feds were listening to that. He even said he pulled a gun out right there.
That's exactly what CS2 back there. Let's stop this right here, right? We can get back to this. So if y'all don't remember, I'm going to take y'all back. Clubhouse classic, nigga. TD pulled up on CS2 back after the Novo situation and confronts Wack 100. Let's get to it.
I wasn't slipping.
Let's go.
That was slipping.
You a liar, nigga.
Period.
God damn.
So at the end of the day, you know.
Hold on, don't boo the brother down. God damn, he might want to. Bro, look, man, this is what I'm finna do.
At the end of the day, this what kills me. It's amazing how y'all want to see something happen to Wack. Man, if you that
hey man, hey,
hold on, hold on, fruits or fronts or whatever you is, bro. Hold on, brother, let the man finish off and then you can say what you gonna say, bro. Hold on, brother, we keep it organized now.
Yo, listen, so I come in here to listen to y'all, answer a few of y'all questions, but I'm not having no back and forth with no nigga it's already on with. Y'all went to the internet. Y'all could have kept it off the internet, nigga, and let it be what it is.
Put that on Pyro, nigga.
Who am I even talking to?
You talking to Tiny Draws, nigga. Put that on
Pyro. I'm about
Pyro.
the busted nigga that looked me in my face.
Put that on Pyro. Hey, look. All you gotta do, cause we ain't gotta do no yelling. We ain't gotta do none of that, bro. Put that on Pyro.
Who is you though, bro?
This is Tiny Draws, Cash.
Well, what are we talking about?
We talk about what happened when you walked up them stairs, nigga. Put that on Pyro.
What happened?
You didn't get smacked in your head and you didn't get socked in your face.
Nigga touch me, nigga. What did you talking
about? Bro, put that on Pyro.
Why is you nigga? You want me to
put that on Pyro?
Hey, you did you or no other nigga.
Bro, put that on Pyro.
If you would no nigga ever touch
Man,
me.
look, I'm not, bro. We
Your
ain't got to do
Uncle
all
Big
this. Just put that
Draw
on
got drew down on
You put everything on Pyru. Put that on Pyru.
No nigga ever touch
Man,
me.
look, I'm not, bro. We
Your
ain't got to do
Uncle
all
Big
this. Just put that
Draw
on
got drew down on
You put everything on
Your Uncle Big Draws got drew down on no. So we're going to stop right there. That's all I wanted y'all to hear so that y'all don't think I'm just freestyling when I tell y'all that CS2 Back is actively working and is a victim / informant on the Big U Enterprise Operation Draws Down. So the fact that the FBI have wiretap, which had information, Big U's on the wiretap, he's bragging to another informant who is Molly Mall, right? About how he caught Whack 100 and in the parking lot, and Whack 100 was screaming. You're gonna hear academics reading it and taking you through that whole little scene, right? But before that scene, it was Tiny Draws who caught up with the nigga, right? But you heard when he confronted the nigga Whack right here, and Whack said Big Draws got drew down on. So if law enforcement get any information that would suggest that your life might be in danger, right? Such as was CS2 Back getting caught at the gate opener trying to get off that garage, right? His family goes out. He's screaming, Eugene Henley, Hannibal, Big U, Draws, I see you. He making sure that people is hearing him call who name is here in case it goes left. The police know what names were being called and who to investigate, right? So that was the first police shit he did. So after the no jumper beatdown, niggas was saying, so Whack, the feds ain't came to talk to you. So Whack, the Burbank police ain't came to talk to you. Like, you were placed at the scene by camera footage and even Loose Coochie's statement. He has thus maintained and lied, said that he hasn't talked to law enforcement in no capacity about that case or the Big U case. But they citing this threat that was upon his life within as a rival victim within the Big U indictment and the information. So you're in Big U's information cited, you're in Big U's indictment, this is cited, and you want us to believe that they never came to talk to you. But when you say Big, you was by yourself, Big U, your Uncle Big U got drew down on. I don't know how these federal investigators believe all of this other hearsay that's on the internet, but wouldn't come raiding your house with probable cause or raiding your studio. Well, you don't own that studio no more. Kim divorced, you lost 6878 Beck Avenue, right? But they would have wanted to come talk to you to let you know your life might be in danger. They came and talked to you more than likely because you said, I know him. I know Big U. You were supposed to be his confidant. So they would love to get your take and the insight on how he think, on how he move, on what he really on, right? On top of that, you got Big Blick. You something that'll make freedom ring, nigga. Not only did you say that on Clubhouse here, you corroborated that when you were talking to Tiny Draws. You corroborated that, and We're going to get right back to it. Let's go.
But nobody investigates. Nobody comes asking questions. Make that make sense.
Attempting to hurt him. Quote, there's 15 to 20 dudes with us with hoodies tied down. I got my hoodie on, all black, tied down. She like, boom. She jumped in the car, paid for, redacted, and then took off. Boom. This dude screaming. My wife, drawers. I see you, Eugene. I see you. Eugene Henley, I see you. He's screaming all of that. He's got his blower. His blower's out.
Allegations.
But he's messed up. I gotta read the whole thing. But he's messed up. Because nobody's around. We like, bitch ass dude. I'm like, yeah, bitch ass dude. He's like, something. He's like, redacted. Die here, man. Don't do this. My wife, my kids in that car. Drawers. Don't do this. He's screaming.
Now you tell.
He was about to turn you into. I
want to see how smart you are. I've been violating him for 2 years. Violating him, calling him rats, snitches. He came up there 20 deep to get me, right? And he's telling me some word. What stopped him from fucking with me?
So look, no, this is important. I'm about to give you this. Yeah. Let me get to it. My interpretation of this, me personally, and bear in mind, my interpretation wasn't put out there. Adam hopped on the live and said, no. This is so crucial. I want you to tell me, because I'm gonna get to mine. Mine's okay. Adam hopped on there and said Wack was begging for his life. I didn't say that. You put source on that.
I want you to listen.
Adam put source on it.
I want you to tell me what you get from that.
This is what I'm trying to get to.
Why didn't he touch me?
I get to it is because you might not want to admit this. You had your blower.
Okay.
You're begging him not to kill him.
Now stop right there.
Right?
Like Clubhouse.
If I got my blower.
So he admitting to Trap Lord Ross he had his blower. Trap Lord Ross is from Europe. He was able to discern that Wack had his blower. Big U was on the wiretap bragging to Marley Marl about how he marked this bitch ass nigga out and he had his blower. So the feds know that this nigga got a blower, but they don't see him as a threat. They haven't came to talk to him. They haven't got a search warrant to search his house. Even after you get caught with a blower here, everybody's saying you had a blower here. You're admitting that you had a blower here. You're admitting that you drew down on Big U. Drawing down, even if you weren't an ex-felon, on somebody is a misuse of the weapon. Obviously, Big U didn't pull no gun out on you, or else it would have been a shootout. But they don't have a problem with CS2 badges having a gun. They don't have a problem with CS2 badges pointing that gun, drawing down on Big U, saying you gonna die right here. This shit is dangerous, bro. I don't think y'all really understand what the fuck's going on. He's saying that they still never came and talked to him about none of this shit. The biggest shit on the internet. They got the shit with Loose Cannon lying about Meek Mills. They believed it. They even got that in the indictment. But this biggest shit, where this bitch ass nigga allegedly is slapped, chased out of the whatchamacallit. Hold on, let's go to that real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to that. Because remember, he was already running in a position of as a victim. You know what I'm saying? He was already running, taking the position of a victim. Him and his homies hopping off the stage. Let's get to this.
So what he don't know is when he got through that last door, we was behind you. 30 niggas got up and we owned that nigga ass. Pause. No diddy. We slide, boom. So when we get this, because we not known as Kanye West. So when we go straight, he must have made a right straight to the stage. You get what I'm saying? Boom. Yeah. When we go straight, we go up the stairs. When we go up the stairs, we looking like, where does nigga go? All the other niggas that was with Blueface, all the other little straggly, maybe bloods, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them, you know what I'm saying? They was all there. So everybody kind of know this is where it turned into some training day shit. Ready? So boom. Now niggas is seeing when Wack move, niggas is moving. So they know they like, oh, all right, them niggas is here to fuck Whacker. So boom, when we go upstairs, we sitting right there by DJ Quick. We at DJ Quick dressing room. He at the top of the Novu. So if you know the Novu is the hallway, and it's a similar hallway right upstairs. You just gotta go up that stairs. So the stairs, it makes like a spiral. You know what I'm saying? It's not that big, but it you know, 4 people can maybe walk down the stairs at the same time or up the stairs at the same time. So boom, 30 people smush up the stairs. When we get to the top of the stairs, we looking for white people, kind of like, hey, what y'all on? They're like, oh, y'all on bullshit. We like, yeah. They're like, oh, yeah, we hitting up here. So we like, cool.
Right,
now,
Mike B.
Right there, of course, if we would corrupt, and corrupt running the DJ Quick, they chopping it up for a second. You know what I'm saying? So we don't stand still real quick. So, boom, at this moment, we kind of like, man, we ain't going to find a nigga running from us. So we like, fuck it, man. We just going to go down because Donnie about to perform. With gang, we're going to just go down the stairs and go get ready by the stage. As we going down this stage, because now Wack knows that we was in that bar, so he's not going to run back. So now he's trying to figure out a way to get Kanye out this motherfucker. Because now Kanye leaves.
That's what his report
so
was.
As we're going to leave down those stairs that leads back downstairs to the main hallway to the stage, the nigga TD runs into Wack. Wack is the first nigga leading up the stairs. And TD is the first nigga and a couple other homies. I'm not going to say their name. They know who they are. It was coming down the stairs. So as we going down the stairs, I'm at the top of the stairs because I really don't see these niggas leaving yet. So when they leaving, I see everybody leave. I'm probably saying my boss and a couple other homies that was with DJ Quick. So when I'm going down the stairs, when I turn around, I'm at the top of the stairs. I see the homies say, "What, nigga? What's that shit you was saying?" And the nigga said, "What?" And all I heard was, when I'm looking at drawers, I see the nigga drawers smack the fire from this nigga. But everybody that didn't see it ducked because it sounded like a gunshot. Hit the nigga so hard, the whole stairwell froze. Because nigga, we thought a blower went off, nigga. So when everybody get up, that nigga run. He jumped down the stairs. So now this fake ass movie blood. He in a red Pendleton. He tall. You know what I'm saying? He hopping between Wack. So now the whole stairwell, he act like he got a blower. So now the whole stairwell like, we freeze. Then niggas kind of thought about like, hey, my nigga, pull that nigga butt. Nigga, stop pump faking. We like, nigga, stop pump faking. He realized we knew he was pump faking. He started running. But this is the crazy part about Wack. This is how you know he's a narcissist, bro. The nigga had enough time to run up the stairs, but he ran back up the stairs just a little bit to see up the stairs to see who was filming. Me and bro looked at each other dead, and that nigga Wack 100 know he knew criticality in his eyes when he got smacked, nigga. Nigga, when he looked at me, nigga, he looked up the stairwells. I'm the last nigga. Remember, I'm the last nigga at the stairwells. We looked dead at each other. He ran back down the stairs like a cartoon character. Now all of a sudden, now smacking 30 niggas is trying to get down one flight of stairs. Right. So when we get down the hallway, remember all those loose niggas I told you, blue face homies and a couple shattered like blood niggas, you know what I'm saying? They was right here. So it was some Crips right there too, though, right? Yeah, it's Crips and blood because it's blue face people. Then you got some people that fight, but come to find out, I heard them they was like clubhouse blood. They wasn't even like real niggas. You know what I'm saying? But
that was CEO Rakisha and them niggas was there. The other nigga, what's the nigga named Crip? All them bust ass niggas was there. Didn't even get active. But go ahead. Yeah, I didn't see none of them. I don't know none of those dudes. I don't know them. I ain't seen none of them, and they wasn't nobody there with him but a tall dude that was acting like he had a blower, but he didn't, and they ran for their life. And then, so what happened was, when we run down the stairs, boom, we get down the hallway. Everybody that was down the hallway that was supposed to be with Blueface and all the other people, they like not saying he went that way, but they doing the eyes and the head shrugs like he went that way. Right? Like that ain't our shit. Get that nigga. We ain't. They did him like training day. You got to put in your own work, Lonzo.
So when they must have got, so mind you, he's running with Kanye. Mind you, we don't know that's Kanye. I see a nigga in boots. He looks like a bouncer. You get what I'm saying? Right. We don't know that that's Kanye. That looks like a nigga that holds the front door of Habibi's down. You feel me? Right. That nigga look like a bouncer, nigga. So boom. So when we get downstairs, we push to the stage. When we push to the stage, he must have told the niggas at the door, don't let them in. Nigga, it was a 170-pound white boy standing at that door, bro. You know that nigga had no chance to hit. So we smushed through there. So now he don't make enough money. Right. So now when we get to the backstage, we at the backstage. So now it's this Blueface, is a couple other famous celebrities right there, a couple other old workers from 100 ENT. You know what I'm saying? They all see what's going on. There's a lot of people that was there that know what happened, and they're not gonna say nothing, but they know what happened.
I'm gonna put them on blast. Was K-Boy here? Did you see K-Boy?
K-Boy, yeah, I seen K-Boy. I seen
OT Genesis.
OT Genesis was there for sure. It was right there. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to K-Boy, shout out to OT Genesis, my niggas. But you know what I'm saying? At the same time, they saw that, and when they seen that, now you got whack. Now you got whack between the stage and 30 niggas that want to holler at you, and one nigga that just smacked fire from me.
Right.
Right.
And he don't want no fade. I mean, when he got smacked, he only one nigga see him, two niggas see him. He didn't want no fade back, just let a Crip slap him across his face and don't want to face. He trying to back me out, none of that.
No, because now he's arguing with the people at the stage because he wants to jump off the stage and they won't let him. So now he's like, you can just see him. I can't hear him because now at this point, Wayne and Game is performing. So as they performing, you can't hear, but I can see Wack like, man, y'all gonna let me jump off this fucking stage? Like, them niggas, he pointing at us, and then he niggas, next thing you know, that nigga jumps off the stage. So, in the middle of there, right? It definitely got somewhere. Niggas, next thing you know, that nigga jumps off the stage. So, in the middle of there, right? It definitely got somewhere. Niggas, next thing you know, that nigga jumps off the stage. So, in the middle of there, right? It definitely got somewhere. Niggas, next thing you know, that nigga jumps off the stage. So, in the middle of there, right? It definitely got somewhere. Niggas, next thing you know, that nigga jumps off the stage. So, in the middle of there, right? It definitely got somewhere.
So, we're going to stop sharing that and get back to it. I just wanted y'all to still have that. It's been a long time since niggas seen that. So motherfuckers might have forgot what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might have forgot. Let's watch this real quick and then we'll get back to the Scandalous video. You know what I'm saying? Break not the trick.
Shaking like a bitch. Screaming draws, they draws my kids here. What type of nigga bring his kids out when it's up, nigga? So, nigga, fuck wrong with you? It was 2060s and nigga, they didn't touch you. Boy, you was on camera shaking like a bitch. Screaming draws, they draws my kids here. What type of nigga bring his kids out when it's up, nigga? So, nigga, fuck wrong with you? It was 2060s and nigga, they didn't touch you. Boy, you was on camera shaking like a bitch. Screaming draws, they draws my kids here. What type of nigga bring his kids out when it's up, nigga? So, nigga, fuck wrong with you? It was 2060s and nigga, they didn't touch you. Boy, you was on camera shaking like a bitch. Screaming draws, they draws my kids here. What type of nigga bring his kids out when it's up, nigga? So, nigga, fuck wrong with you?
So Brick was there. I wish we had the whole rant. Brick not the trick, man. Free Brick not the trick, man. You know what I'm saying? Brick take care of them kids, man. One thing I say about Brick, he always with them damn kids. You know what I'm saying? Especially he had that drug habit.
And you 20 deep with hoodies, and I'm by myself, right? No begging to plead. That's when you really do it, right?
But if you just
what do you think my mentality was? For a dude not to approach me and you come to get me, and I jump out my car talking, what kind of conversation you think I'm having to make a dude say, don't nobody move?
I agree with you.
Now,
I feel like
Blick talk.
I feel
Third,
like
y'all out there?
You probably was
Call
on that
third
Soulja
now.
Boy shit.
Now I'm about to expose something nobody ever knew.
Oh, shit.
So here it
What
goes,
up,
right?
Ground
I'm
zero, man.
here. All of this is a parking lot, right? I'm here. They walk down. They walk right past my car. They didn't even see me. When I seen them get here, I jumped out. Y'all looking for me? Right?
Shit.
They stopped. They back was to me. Y'all, I had everything I had, I could have dealt with everything in front of me. Now, what they didn't know is I'm talking to my team. Big Unim is here. Now watch this. Look, watch this. Big Unim is here. I'm here out the car. Third, who was here, and here?
You taking notes?
Hold on. Third, who in that parking lot when I'm confronting these 20 Crips was 20 to 30 feet in every direction and they didn't know it?
Skip the rental counter with Turo. Rent just about any car, just about anywhere.
Damu Kiwe.
So,
Conversation. Hit the like button if you just came in and tell a friend. We'll be done in about 10 minutes. Let's run it. My bad.
This out. So when I'm letting you know, there's no need to beg nothing. What did I tell that fool?
Let's do it.
My home, they still don't know to this day that all my homies was positioned 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 6 o'clock. They didn't even see them. I'm talking to my homies in code, letting them know which way I'm gonna push them. I said, nigga, ain't number 20 of y'all. I'm a down 3 of y'all. I just told him I'm gonna get off in 3s. Right? At that point, he knows if he getting off in 3s, when he go to 2s, he running out of it. These dudes right now to this day had no idea that they was ambushed. So why the you see, he said I was by myself, right? I wasn't by myself. All you got to do is pay attention to the 3 people who got off the stage with Kanye. Now let's do the math, dummies. The 3 dudes in red, does he look familiar? So where did they disappear to? When we walked Kanye to Fig, because that's where his car was at? Right, let's clear that up. Kanye said, whack, my car is on Fig. I said, well, we got to walk around. He like, why we just can't go right there? So you got to go through the crowd. He said, your people would, I don't care. So we walked Kanye through the crowd, took him to Fig, went down the escalator, got in the cars. I pulled out first. I always pull out first. Oh. My people is here, here, and here. As you seen, he said what? He was by himself. The bozo don't know till his day that he was already ambushed. So once I'm going, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna do this. You know what happens when you start to run from that and you start getting that blowing at you another way?
It's like
what
a
happens?
military operation. I like that.
So now the world knows bozo. Think about it. Where did the 4 dudes go that got off the stage with him and Ye? Where did they go? They were in the parking lot with me. But you tried to play it.
But if you were the threat, then why didn't anything happen?
What do you mean?
You said you did the ambushing.
You got to ask the 20 people. They came to get me, right? If listen, I'm going to be real. They marked themselves out. It'd have been 20 power rules going to get one person, and they jumped out like that, you would have had to use that. I told Big U, this is what I told him.
You gave him a pass?
No, I told Big U, yo move.
Did you call him by his government name?
I said, yo move. You going first.
Did you call him by his government name?
He said, cuz don't move, cuz it killed me. It's exact words. I'm telling my team in code, talking to them, I say, you ain't holding the cards. They listen to me tell them to do what? Hold, because I see them moving in. I don't want you that close because I'm going to make them scatter. I got some shit that's going to make freedom ring. That's a fact. Think about it. What make 20 gang members stop in their track? A 38? Does that do it? Nah. Gotta have some shit, right? Let's just be real.
Hey, put a drink on them niggas?
Let's just be real.
This just says blah.
No, I'm asking.
What make 20 dudes stop in their tracks? And you know they had some shit. It takes something. Listen, it's a fat, ugly broad walk through here. We wouldn't trip. We'd keep talking.
BBL
if a bad bitch walk through here, we gonna stop and look, right? So it gotta be a showstopper, right? So now I just exposed to you that the bozo said what? He was by himself. I never was by myself.
But this him on a wiretap bragging to somebody else, possibly.
Right. But you jumped off the stage. Hold on. Shortstop in the Field podcast say, hey, Deuce, but he left 2 hours before the show was over, nor did he attend the after party he was supposed to be at. So who really got marked out? Yeah, bro. You left in a passive position because Tiny Draws did poke his head out by that stage afterwards. You went off stage. I'm talking about right after your last crew jumped off the stage, right? So you're running. You leave Reek and the nigga with the extra teeth from the IE up there, right? They came with you, but you left them. You get your family out there. You ran into them, and you get ghosts, and the show ain't even over. You's a buster. Let's go.
Right? Yeah. But you sent it like it was real.
On this originally and said begging. I never said begging.
But you sent it like it was real.
I was just reading what you sent me.
That's the part he's mad about, the begging. I never said that.
What I'm saying, though, the part I'm mad about is you act like we cool. You just send it to me and say, Wack, what's up with this? You did the bitch-ass shit you do, but they just can't catch you.
Now that we've all sat through Porky's little fairy tale, his big, tough battle cry story, let's rewind. Let's go back to the first version of the story he told on Clubhouse, before he had time to sit around and concoct this dramatic military operation nonsense.
Port, jump out. What's happening?
Mountaineers in charge.
My wife and kids draws. You know my wife and kids. Any plan, nigga, any plan. My wife and kids draws. You know my wife and kids. Any plan, nigga, any plan.
And just like that, Porky has exposed himself. You heard it with your own ears. He said it plain as day. Draws, you know my wife and kids are right here. Draws, my wife and kids. That's his own words. He just admitted that when he hopped out of that car, he was screaming for his life, begging about his wife and kids. Exactly like Big U said happened. No spin, no military strategy, no action movie moment. Just fear. So once again, Porky, aka CS2 Badges, has stumbled over his own tongue again. Caught up in his own lies like he always is.
Build better habits so you can outperform yesterday. Choose better to be better.
Hey, I'm
personalized coaching.
I'm in a 100 EBT room right now.
I look nigga dead in his eyes.
Oh, it was what's the name?
It was a bunch of them. It was like 20 of them. So, you know, once they get through the thing, now I got to pay to get through that thing. But you know, it's 20 of them. You got access. You got access. Rushing to do whatever you're going to do. If that's what you want to try. And then I go to the Instagram and talk about they packed me out. Come on, man.
Niggas went to a show to start some shit, but didn't do shit. That's crazy.
Whack will have laid 2 or 3.
No, they went there to look like they did some shit. They ain't really want to do that.
I just tripped all the antics in the post. I'm like, come on, bro. What are you talking about, bro?
If Wack got stumped out, that shit on YouTube for sure, man. For sure.
Man, this shit is funny as hell, man. Like, do y'all niggas hear this shit?
Do y'all really hear this shit? Like, listen to the dick riding, man. Like, these niggas, it's crazy, man. These niggas don't even get paid to dick ride this nigga like this. Oh, whack, you didn't get hit. Like, shut the fuck up, nigga.
I mean, shit. It was 18, 20, y'all. Shit. I did what I was supposed to do. I jumped out. I damn sure wasn't going to stay sitting in the car. That's how.
Some crazy shit.
I mean, I was just tripping off the story. I didn't think nothing of it till the homie hit me. From Compton. Like,
hey, Wack, when this happened? Because I know I didn't see shit, no commotion, no nothing right there. There was this shit. I was like, man, ain't nothing happening. I was right there the whole time. Wack was chilling, like nothing on stage. Everyone was cooling out.
Yeah. I had to get out of there. We got outside, got to the underground garage. It was free for all.
So did he call you out on stage and put the mic down or something? What was that about?
Who called me on stage?
Something. Somebody said something like True Car said something on stage and put the mic down or some shit.
Yeah, what that nigga say, man?
I don't know. What did he say?
I don't know. That's just what somebody came in here and said. I didn't see the shit, nothing.
I just think bro should just keep grinding and get better, man. Don't blame it on nobody else, man.
Sometimes y'all gotta wake up. He called me out on my stage. Come on, man.
Yeah, right. No, we woke. Oh, no, we woke. We didn't want to laugh real quick. We woke.
You got to be backstage before you get to my stage, right?
No, that's right. Oh, shit.
Hopefully the vlogs picked it up.
Right.
They still ain't called on yet. That's crazy.
Instead of putting in that real work and getting your shit right, you just trying to jump
saying, though. I'm saying,
can't even understand that music.
I'm just saying. Sometimes you gotta read between the lines.
Coming straight from the feds.
That shit clear.
Ass nigga named Cash on.
Crazy.
Wack responds to being knocked out at the Games concert. Man, get the fuck out of here. This is weird. Yo, they gotta stop claiming fake knockouts, man.
That's that we talking about.
They gotta stop claiming fake knockouts. That don't look good. You gotta stop claiming fake knockouts.
Wait a minute,
that'd be crazy. Do that. That should be weird. Like, I know it. I can't be that much of a to where just make something up.
We agree with you. You ain't something where a nigga gotta make something up. But the gist of the story is these is the pieces of shit that they got on the 100 EBT side. You know what I'm saying? These is pieces of shit that they got as exposers. Loose Coochie, a rat. The Crip cop trying to be the police, claiming he a Crip. That nigga more confused than a transmission walking into a what's that shit called? A bride, the bride's whatever bachelorette party, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Them bro, these niggas is act like straight bitches. So you get RICO the Rat Rodzay, Super Snake, Super Creep, Unalived his own man. Unalived, what you call him for some datings at 14. I guess that he didn't learn his lesson, didn't seek rehabilitation after that, and they release him to the street, and he takes the life of a 24-year-old kid that was his godson. What kind of a friend is that? That's the type of nigga y'all got hanging around y'all? A creep like that? And then you got CS2 back acting like the police ain't came and talked to him. So why is he lying about not talking to the feds yet? Why is he lying and claiming that he hasn't talked to the Burbank police yet? I'll let y'all figure that out. But look, RICO the Rat Rodzay. RICO the Rat Rodzay. Oh, yes, he a snitch. Tell in the broad day. Or in the dark, we're talking about Rodzay. Hey, man, salute to everybody who tapped in. Told y'all we had the content, and we got it. In the morning, I'll be pre-recording and premiering the paperwork read through AI, or I might just read it myself. Oh, man, I'm exhausted. But I had to bring y'all the content, man. Appreciate all of the support. Hit that like button on your way out if you haven't. That nigga Wack said that they haven't came and talked to him. And he on here bragging that he had a burner. Told Tiny Draws on Clubhouse he had a burner. Got a European from the Caucasus Mountains talking about he had a burner. And the feds ain't interested and coming to see why this ex-felon is pulling out blowers while there's surveillance and hearing about a federal RICO case. Christopher Loveboy is a football player, boxing, marijuana, transporting, gangbanging cop. A strange individual, Rod Gay. Rod Gay did 3 years on that motherfucking murder. He got 3 years, got 500 days credit, and so he has to do about 1.5 years left on that sentencing. This is nasty. Hit that like button though. Y'all know what we do. We flame these fuck niggas. Hashtag ETE, expose the exposers. Hashtag ETD, expose the debriefers. That nigga did debrief. That nigga was lying, snitching on Big U about Fattz. This nasty work. That nigga went out like that from a reputable to a buster. A has been. What a loser. I'm out of here. We go.